this video, I'm going to give you guys the 15 laws of self-improvement. We're going to cover key topics such as mindset hacks, discipline, motivation, and simple techniques you need to start following day by day that will help you on your journey to becoming a better man. So when you're ready, let's begin. Number one, understand that discipline is more important than motivation, because yes, motivation is great to have. I'm gonna get into how you can feel more motivated, because let's be honest, it's easier to do the hard work when you feel good about it. However, understand that no matter what, there's gonna be days where you're sore and you don't feel like hitting that workout. There's gonna be days where you don't feel like going to the gym, you don't wanna work on your business, or let's say you're a YouTuber. There's days where you don't feel like getting in front of the camera. On those days, those are the days that are gonna test you. And if you can get past those days, those are the days that are gonna build yourself up as a man to become successful, because it's inevitable. There's gonna be days where you don't wanna work, but you gotta do it anyways. Law number two, you must have an important why that motivates you on days where you don't wanna work. So this is getting into helping you build discipline. What is your why? What is the reason why you want to go to work? What is the reason why you want to make money online and stuff like that? Because if you just want to make money but you have no real purpose, of course it's going to be very hard, almost impossible for you to become successful. So you need to have your why, and you need to have it written down. And if I were you, I would have it posted on like your wall. So like, here's my why. As you can see, I clearly have it written down. Just I want to be a good influence for my younger brother, make mom and dad proud, and the good Christian man that God has called me to be, right? But yeah, you should have a why, and it's something that should be something you see every single day. So it helps you get, that motivational boost that can help you be disciplined as well. Law number three of self-improvement is you must have both short-term and long-term goals. So let's say like you work in sales, right? Your long-term goal is to be the guy who consistently can hit $15,000 a month in gross profit, right? Like this is take home, like after taxes, right? But your short-term is you want to learn how to get to 2 grand. Maybe next month will be 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, whatever. Have short-term goals and have long-term goals. What I follow is the 3-year fast lane to success. So some people, they want to have 5-year, 10-year plans. I like to speed my process because I believe if we have faster goals, then even if we don't hit it in 3 years, we'll be very close to getting it. Whereas if we were to give ourselves that flexibility and time, we're not as taxed out. Maybe you're scared of burnout, which I don't believe in burnout. Whatever you believe in is what you're gonna become, by the way, just so you know. So if you believe that depression is real, burnout is real, or you're someone that can't be of significant value and become successful, those are gonna become a reality. So you gotta change your thought process as well, which we'll get into. But have your goals, write them down. I'll tell you guys mine. 3-year fast plan to success. So my goal is to have at least every single day do 4 hours of deep work. This is undistracted, completely focused, like, hey, we're working, no distractions. 1 hour of deep work is better than 8 hours of long work. My goal for the end of the year is to have 1,000 subscribers, end of 2025, 10,000, and the end of 2026 have 100,000. So you can do that for sales too. So like, let's say you work in sales or some other business where it's all about making money. You could say, hey, this month, by the end of the next 6 months, I want to have be making 8 grand or whatever. But you got to have clear, defined goals that you have written down on a piece of paper, and you need to analyze how much progress you're making every single day. Because don't be that guy. Everyone knows the goofy Karen, right? She sets a New Year resolution goal that she wants to be skinny by the end of the year. She wants to start going to the gym. But after a month, she just stops going. We laugh and make fun of her, but a lot of us, we do the same thing in our lives. We have goals written down. We want to be successful. And when we don't make progress, we just kind of forget about it and we don't even think about it. Like 6 months will go by and you're not even close to your goal. It's like, you need to look at yourself and say, man, what am I doing month to month? You need to analyze what you did last month, how close you are to threading the needle. Don't be the idiot that has goals, but never tracks his goals, never sees how much progress he's actually making towards his goals. Have your goals and track your progress month to month. Law number 4 of self-improvement is understanding what deep work is and how it can impact you. So most people that you see that are super competitive and successful in life, the way they work is 100 times better and more efficient than how people like me and you work. Me, I'm starting to build a habit, but however, I'm not 100% there yet. It's still hard. But understand, 1 hour of deep work is better than 8 hours of unconcentrated, unfocused work, right? So what 1 hour of deep work means is like you're just 100% using your brain power on one specific task, whether it's homework, whether it's your business, whether it's fitness or whatever, right? I'll just assume we're in the season of business and making money, okay? So when you go to work for an hour of deep work, that means you've got your phone, either you turn notifications off and it's completely like you're just not checking your phone, or you've thrown it in another room. Another thing is you actually time yourself, okay? So eventually the goal is to get to 1 hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours, progressively, or it'll get better over time. One way to do it is to make sure your phone is on silence, because the moment you hear a notification and you go to check your phone, and now all of a sudden you're scrolling through TikTok and you're texting Samantha, hey Samantha, how you been? You're losing concentration, right? Also, I'd recommend going to a clock. You can get an app for this, but I just use a basic clock, and I just set a clock for an hour, right? And boom. Now I know I only have to go hard at work for the next hour or however long I want to do. Just get in the habit of doing deep work. Now, how do you think people that make millions of dollars a month do it? It's because they can really concentrate 100% of their brain onto one task without getting distracted. Because the moment you get distracted, your brain like capacity and focus drops by at least 20%. Step number 5, obviously a clean body is a clean mind. A strong body is a strong mind, right? So we need to start working out. If you haven't already, invest in yourself. The best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Start working out daily. I would say at least 5, maybe even 6 times a week. Now I'm not saying hit a big workout. I would say like, working out, like lifting weights. You should probably do 1 hour every 4 to 5 days. But the other workout you can do maybe like cardio, maybe do abs, maybe hit the steam room, hit the sauna, just stuff like that, just get moving. Because whenever you work out, you're improving your physical health, but also improves your mental health because you feel that sense of accomplishment, like, hey, I've done something. This will make you a lot more effective in business as well. You see all the guys that are at the top that are like super hyper successful, all of them are in great shape. People like your Hamzas, your Andrew Tates, your Iman Gadzhis, etc., etc. But the people that are fat and out of shape, no one really cares about the guy who, like, let's say you get to the top, but you're fat. You're a fat fuck, right? And you pull out of a supercar. If you're in super great shape, girls are gonna love that. They're actually gonna love you for you, but if you're not, they're probably just gonna love you for your money. The better you look, the more attractive you look. That's just human biology 101. Women are attracted to the V shape, whereas men were attracted to the hourglass figure. We're not attracted to girls that are fat as hell, they're out of shape. That's not what we like. When you get fitter, it makes you more effective in business, makes you more effective with getting women, and it just makes you feel good, more confident in a man. Law number 6, if you want to get anywhere in life, you have to be coachable. Be willing to listen and learn from people who have been there, that have your best interests in mind, people that are already successful. There's people like, let's say you hate Andrew Tate, right? Okay, you hate Andrew Tate, but you gotta be willing to listen to what he says when it comes to business. Like, let's say there's someone I hate, like Kamala. Okay, let's say I don't like Kamala, okay? We're gonna leave politics out of this, but just theoretically speaking, I hate Kamala. But she wants to sit there and tell you how she built, I don't know if she has any business that she built on her own, but let's say she did. Let's say she built $1 million business, right? If she wants to go and give you for free 15 minutes of business advice, what she learned in 30 years of business, it would be stupid and arrogant of you not to be willing to just sit down and listen to what she has to say, because she built a business from the ground up. Why in the world would you not do that? And I'm not saying she did, but I'm just speaking theoretically. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But anyone else, like let's say anyone out there who's built a successful business from the ground up, start from zero and went to hero, even if you don't like them as a person, it's stupid not to listen to them and be willing to learn what they have. That's the reason why most people aren't successful, is because they want to do it all on their own. They want to say, hey, if I did it by myself. But that's stupid. Most people that make it, they are willing to be coachable and learn from others who did it, so that way they can get there faster and more efficiently. Law number 7 of self-improvement is that learning isn't everything. Actions is more important than learning. Understand that learning is great. I'm not gonna say it yet, but like 90% of your time spent getting better at a business should be spent actually doing the work. And the other 10 to 15% you can invest towards learning. But understand that when you do work, like let's say you're a salesman, right? You work at a car dealership. When you actually go talk to customers, work the deal and get to the sale, and you make a mistake that leads to you not selling them a car and you fail, that is your best opportunity to learn, because that's real world experience. The learning is in the doing. And then you go back and you self-invest in reading books, you watch videos, you invest in like mentorship programs, you buy a course on how to become the best salesman. But understand that when you actually do something, there's no better teacher than actually doing the work. And then go and learn, because now you understand, where you went wrong, and you can read and see, oh yeah, like let's say you mess up in that, you say, hey, here's the best price in the car, but that's not the best way to tell the customer that. There's another way. So now, you you made a mistake. Now you go read a book about it. When you read that, you're like, I understand I went wrong there. Instead, I should do, say, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. And hey, in case you guys are new here, I post daily videos about self-improvement, and I help men get 1% better every single day. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe and smash the like button. Also, if you want one-on-one coaching, you need help with anything in particular, I'm always available. It will be the top link in the description. CS number 5. You are the average of the 5 friends that you hang out with. So if you're around winners, you're gonna be a winner. If you're around losers, you're gonna be losers. The reason I'm saying this, even though everyone said it already, is because most people, they'll hear that, but they won't actually apply it. Understand that even that one friend who's kind of fun to hang around with, he makes good jokes, but he's kind of a loser, he's not doing anything with his life. You have to understand that you hanging around with him, he's gonna influence you whether you like it or not, guys. That's just how we as humans are. We're social beings. So when you're around a guy who's gonna be a loser, who has no plans to better himself at all whatsoever, you have to make the hard decision. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to cut these people off, because at the end of the day, their negative aura, their energy, their loser mentality is going to bring you down. Whenever you're saying, hey, let's skip to the gym, go play video games, you're gonna be tempted to skip the gym. But if we're around dudes who are like, hey, let's go hit a big workout, and then afterward, let's talk about some business ideas, you're probably gonna wanna, not be a loser and sit at home and play games. You're gonna wanna go and do the workouts. So understand that having people around you that are also on self-development and wanna get to the next level, then that makes a huge difference as well. The ninth law of self-improvement is that you can't keep your no-fap streak and just in general, keep streaks in general. You see this all the time. Now, I'm not saying it's like a bad idea to, congratulate yourself or be happy you've made some progress and, no-fap and all that stuff and whatever other goals you have, like going to the gym, working on business, etc., and not playing like video games and scrolling your social media for hours. But there comes a time where if you're counting down the days day by day of your streak, you're bound to fail because you're looking for an excuse. You're saying, hey, well, at least I went, 50 days, 30 days, 100 days, whatever. I just know you're thinking about it way too much versus a guy who doesn't even think about it. He just doesn't do it. That's not even part of his lifestyle. He's just busy doing proactive stuff. He's busy, getting the female, working on himself. He's a lot more likely to be successful and actually being on no-fap than the guy who's thinking about it autistically every single day. Law number 10, you have to limit your phone use. Social media, TikTok, all this garbage, you gotta cut that shit out, bro. Now I understand it's very hard. What I personally did was, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I downloaded an app called Opal. You can download another app that's similar that just basically makes it so it blocks your phone if you find yourself you're scrolling through social media too much. Download ad blockers that prevent you, like no matter what, you can't use the app for X amount of time. So I can go on my app right now and say, hey, for the next 2 hours, make it so I can't go onto YouTube, go onto TikTok, go onto Instagram and all that stuff, okay? Law number 11 of self-improvement is understanding that your brain is your own biggest enemy. I see people all the time, like their brain tells them like, they're sore, don't hit the workout. The brain tells them, hey, we've been working for the last hour, let's stop working. Why not instead listen to the minds of people that are far more intelligent than you and I, that have become successful, that have the six-pack, that are in fantastic shape, doing the millionaire things? We should be listening to their minds, not our own mind that has us in the bad spot that we are in life. Because you gotta understand, your brain is the reason why you are where you're at. So you can't trust your brain 100%. I know that's hard to say, but it's like trusting your heart. You can't trust your heart 100%. You gotta think logically. And you gotta be willing to listen to those who have made it and be coachable. The 12th law of self-improvement is stop getting into relationships and don't be in a relationship when you're trying to improve yourself. I see people make this mistake time and time again. They'll go on there. Like I've had people that I've coached before that they'll be making good progress, but then they'll get in a relationship with a girl, let's say they're like a 5 out of 10 right now. They're working on themselves, they got a lot to improve, both looks wise and like in their life. However, they go get into a relationship and they were making good progress, but now they just stop making good progress because they're focusing their attention, their time, their energy onto a relationship. And quite frankly, the fact is you get what you deserve. So if you're a 5 out of 10, you're probably gonna get what a 5 out of 10. If you're not very sharp, you don't got much going for yourself, you're probably gonna get a girl who's similar, who's fat, out of shape, doesn't have much going for herself, and is kind of lazy. And over time, if you stay on self-improvement, like let's say you still stay on self-improvement like some people do, you're eventually gonna become a 6 or a 7, but you're attached to a girl who's a 5, but maybe because of bad habits, now she's a 4 out of 10. Maybe she gained some weight, maybe she's a little bit less attractive. And now you're just like in this dilemma where you love a girl and you gotta like force yourself to leave her, or worse, not leave her and just, sacrifice your potential as a man. The 13th law of self-improvement is don't be afraid to self-invest in yourself. This means, let's say you save up about a couple grand. Don't be afraid to, instead of going to the crappy, 10 gym or like Planet Fitness, be willing to invest that money towards going to a better club to where you're gonna be around more quality men and women who, they have a bit more money so you can be around those people. I see time and time again, there's people that they'll have like thousands of dollars that they save up, but they wanna be so nitpicky. They still wanna go to the cheap gym and be around kind of, quite frankly, low quality people, kind of losers. When you can go to the way nicer gym, get the nicer equipment, get the nicer, pool, the sauna, the steam room, all this more cooler stuff, get free massages and stuff like that. Are you kidding me? Be willing to invest a bit more in yourself. And it doesn't just go for the gym, but also goes in your learning. Be willing to invest in books. If you have someone you look up to who's successful, if they got a course, invest in that course. Because quite frankly, instead of exchanging your money or just letting it sit there in a bank account, not do anything, be willing to invest in yourself to become a better man day by day. Don't be afraid to spend money on yourself. Tip number 14, don't be afraid to cut people off, especially women. That one rapper, I forgot his name, but there was this famous quote he said in one of his lyrics. I know it was just a song, but he said, don't save her, she don't want to be saved. That is basically stating that if you have a friend or a girl you love, if they're not willing to get on the same journey with you, you can't save them. Think about how hard it is for you already to become a better man. You're distracted. You have issues. You're fighting every single day. It's a daily fight. to, fight the bad habits and do the good habits, right? But you want to do it. If you have someone that doesn't want to do it, they don't really like see the potential in bettering themselves, how are you telling them gonna help them at all? Think about it. I'm telling you what to do, and you're probably struggling to listen to me, even though I'm trying to help you guys get better. So if you have someone, but you're motivated though, but if someone's not even motivated to change themselves for the better, you're just wasting your time and breath, so don't do that shit. I saved the best for last, as promised. You gotta get in the system of building military-like discipline. Have a regimen you follow every single day. Think about school. School is garbage, but they follow a strict regimen. At 8 a.m., you gotta show up. At 9 a.m., we gotta do math. At 10, science, 11 PE, whatever, right? Imagine if there was no system and you could come and go as you please and just do whatever you want. School would be chaos and nothing would get done in terms of like learning. Although you're teaching you mostly garbage. I say everything in school from like first to sixth grade is good. After that's mostly garbage, but that's a topic for another day. F the school system. But they follow a regimen. Same thing with the military. They wake up at a certain time. They do things at certain hours, and they follow a system and process. You need to treat your business and your goals as a regimen. Don't just go about the day mindlessly, just kind of like doing things when you feel like it, because that's bullshit. You're not going to make real serious progress that way. Every person who's become a millionaire, they all have the same thing in common. I've been researching this for the last hour. They all have systems in place and things they do at certain hours to make sure that they're being highly productive and not wasting any minute of their day. So they'll wake up at a set of time, let's say 6 a.m. They'll go, brush your teeth, take a cold shower, and then from like 7 all the way to like 9, they'll be working on their business. Then from 10, they go work out, 11, they go eat, and then etc. And then they get back at it. They'll do some mindset, yoga. Their whole day is set up so that way every single hour they're being productive and they're moving the needle forward. That's what you got to focus on, is just doing the activities that lead to success, not the short-term success. So a lot of people, the reason why they'll fail their first business is because they want to see results instantly. But understand, success is kind of like this. One day, you're making a little bits of progress, but you don't really see much. And then one day, boom, your results skyrocket. It's the same thing with the gym. You start off, you're not making much progress the first month or two. And then all of a sudden, you're starting to get stronger. And then one day you're benching 225 and you're able to do more pull-ups, So you have to be patient, and you have to follow a military-like discipline where you have I'll show you guys right now. I have it on my Google Calendar. You can go on the Google Calendar app and basically just schedule your day for success. So I'll put right here 6 to 9 a.m. I'm working on, making videos, scripting, recording, editing, all that stuff. And then around 10 a.m. I'll go work out. And then from 1 to 3, I'll get back to doing some learning. And then from 4 to 5, I'll do deep work. And then from 6, I'll go on a walk. And then I'll get back at it from 7 to 9. You have to have that type of routine, that every hour of your day is already booked with something you're going to be productive. And come hell or high water, you're going to follow that routine no matter what. Just like in school, just like in the military, treat your business the same. Treat it like a system and process that you will not differentiate from. And you're gonna follow it no matter what. Well guys, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you found great value. This video, I had to redo this video 3 times because every single time my voice would be dying at the end. You could probably tell I'm literally drenched at the end of this. So I hope you found great value in it. Don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know what you want to see next, and subscribe for more, guys. Also, YouTube says that you'll like this video right here. So go ahead, check out this video. It's recommending you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless.